Good morning, Anna. How's everything going today? Good morning, teacher. I'm feeling all right, but I'm a bit tired. I was studying English late last night, and I think I need to work on my listening skills. Sometimes I understand written English, but when I listen to people speak, it's harder. Listening comprehension can be one of the most challenging aspects of learning a language, and it's completely normal to feel that way. Today, I'd like to focus on strategies you can use to improve your listening skills step by step. That sounds helpful. I often read and try to learn new words, but when I watch a video or listen to a podcast, I lose track. The speakers talk too fast, or they use words I don't understand. That's a common experience. One important thing to remember is that listening isn't about understanding every single word. It's about getting the main idea and gradually becoming comfortable with the sounds and rhythm of English. You don't have to catch everything at once. That's good to know. But how can I practice if I find it so difficult? Should I just listen to the same thing again and again? Repetition can help, but let's break it down into manageable steps. One strategy is to start with short, simple audio clips, maybe a short dialogue or a news segment for learners. First, listen without subtitles and try to catch the main idea. Then, listen again with subtitles or a transcript if it's available. So first, I listen without any help, and then I check with the text. Exactly. The first time, focus on the overall meaning, who's talking, what they're talking about, and the general topic. The second time, use the text to confirm what you understood and clarify the words you missed. After that, listen a third time without the text and see if it's clearer. That makes sense. It's like training my ears to catch more words each time. Exactly. Another useful strategy is to slow down the audio if possible. Many videos and podcasts now let you adjust the playback speed. Start by slowing it down to a comfortable pace, and as you improve, gradually return to normal speed. I never thought of that. Slowing down the audio might help me catch words that I usually miss. But what about choosing the right content? Sometimes I pick a random podcast and it's too difficult. Content selection is very important. Just like with reading, try to find listening materials that match your level. Podcasts or videos designed for English learners are a great start. They often use clearer speech and simpler vocabulary. As you improve, you can challenge yourself with more authentic materials. Good idea. So, I should start with simpler, learner-friendly material and then move on to harder stuff? Exactly. Also, try to pick topics that interest you. If you like travel, find travel-related podcasts for learners. If you enjoy cooking, listen to simple cooking videos in English. When you're interested in the topic, you'll be more motivated and more likely to stay focused. Right now, I often try to listen to the news in English, but sometimes it's too fast and uses difficult words. Maybe I should start with a short documentary or an English learning channel instead. That's a great idea. Another tip is to listen to the same material several times over a few days. The first time, just get the main idea. The second time, focus on details. The third time, pay attention to phrases and pronunciation. Each repetition helps you notice something new. So, I don't have to move on to new content immediately. I can learn a lot from one short clip if I use it wisely. Exactly. Learning happens gradually. Listening to one clip multiple times allows you to deepen your understanding. You'll notice new words you didn't catch before and become more familiar with the speaker's accent and speed. Speaking of accents, that's another challenge. Sometimes I can understand an American accent, but when I hear a British accent, I get confused. How do I handle different accents? Exposure is key. At first, focus on one accent, maybe American or British, whichever you find easier. Once you're comfortable with one, gradually introduce materials with different accents. Over time, your brain will adapt, and you'll be able to understand a wider range of accents. That sounds like it will take a while, but I guess that's normal. Absolutely. Learning a language is a long journey. It won't happen overnight, but every time you listen, you're training your brain to recognize sounds, words, and patterns, just like exercising a muscle. Consistent practice makes it stronger. I've tried watching movies with subtitles. Is that a good idea? Watching movies with English subtitles can help you connect spoken words to text. But try not to rely on subtitles all the time. Sometimes watch with them, sometimes without. If it's too hard without subtitles, watch a short scene first, understand it with subtitles, then watch again without them. Maybe I should start with shorter videos instead of full movies. A movie might be too long and complicated. Exactly. Shorter clips are more manageable. A 5-minute interview or a short comedy sketch is easier to handle. Over time, you can move on to longer content. What about taking notes while I listen? Is that useful, or should I just focus on the sounds? Taking brief notes can be helpful, especially if you write down keywords you hear. Don't try to write everything, just the main ideas. After listening, compare your notes with the transcript, if available, to check what you understood and what you missed. That might help me stay focused. Sometimes my mind drifts if I don't do anything while listening. Exactly. Note-taking keeps you engaged. Another idea is to pause occasionally and try summarizing what you understood so far. You can say it aloud or write a quick summary in English. This helps you check your comprehension in real time. That's a good idea. If I can summarize it, it means I understood something. If I can't, maybe I need to listen again. Precisely. And don't forget, listening improves as your vocabulary and grammar grow. Reading and listening work together. The more words you recognize from reading, the easier it will be to understand them when you hear them. That's true. I've been reading more lately, so hopefully that will help my listening too. It definitely will. Learning is a gradual process. If you practice regularly, listen to manageable material, and use transcripts or slower speeds, you'll improve. I feel much better about my listening now. I have a clear strategy and realistic expectations. I'm glad to hear that. Be patient and consistent. Even 10 to 15 minutes of focused listening practice a day can make a big difference over time. I can fit that into my schedule. Maybe I'll watch a short English learning video after dinner or listen to a short podcast on my way to work. Great idea. Choosing interesting content will keep you motivated. Remember, you don't have to catch every word. Focus on the main idea first, and you'll gradually pick up more details. I like the idea of gradual improvement. It takes the pressure off. If I know it's a process, I won't feel so frustrated when I don't understand everything right away. Exactly. Every listening session gives you more exposure, familiarity, and confidence. I'm ready to start tonight. I'll pick a short audio clip from a learner-friendly site and practice listening. First, I'll listen without text, then check with a transcript, and then listen again. That's an excellent plan. If you do this regularly, you'll see real improvement. And if you get stuck, feel free to ask me questions. Thank you, teacher. I feel much more confident now. I'm glad to hear that. Keep practicing, stay patient, and enjoy the process. Soon, English will feel more familiar day by day.